Every day.
So, how long did you change the position to defensive end?
I don't know about that one. I think I've changed positions enough at this point.
Are you aware that you're the first Saints defensive back to have 3 sacks in a game?
Yeah, they told me when I was coming off the field. It ain't really sat in yet. I was actually sitting in the locker room just thinking about it. I was praying. It's a blessing. So, that's just week 1 though, and so plenty more to come.
Alontae, do you thrive in those positions where, they're calling up blitzes, where you get to be aggressive, use your speed, get in there? Do you thrive in those positions that they call for you?
I think so now. I think last year we didn't really have too many pressure calls that I got home. And so to see DA calling it, and I felt like DA felt the energy that we had as a defense, and he felt confident that I was going to get home and that everyone else was going to do their job. And so now, I want the pressure every single time come 3rd down.
I was going to ask, how would you compare the feeling of a sack to an interception?
I think I'm getting used to it. It's different for sure because, you get the interception, you got a chance to return it. But somebody was telling me as I was coming off the field, sacks get you paid just like interceptions get you paid. And so, hey, keep running the sacks up if that's what I got to do.
The first one, the design of the first one, you came right around Chase Young. Was that based on maybe them overplaying him?
I think either side was going to probably get home depending on how we was playing it. I think the end really had 2 options, and if he picked me up, somebody else is going to be free, right? And so they ended up picking Chase up, and that's why I came up.
Are you going to request a sack bonus in your next contract?
I ain't worried about a second contract. I'm worried about Dallas right now.
Alontae, what's it feel like as a player playing a game like that where it's snowballing and the crowd is amped and both sides of the ball are making plays? And what's it feel like to be on the field?
I mean, you want that, right? I think at Tennessee, I kind of had that feeling a couple times in Neyland. And so having that in New Orleans and having it at home for the week 1 game it's exciting. And I think that, we got the city kind of rolling with us right now. And so, you just want to keep that energy up and keep that intensity up. So 3rd down, we're turning up the crowd and they're getting loud with us, right? And they're having to call timeouts because they can't even hear or they have to figure it out. So it was just turning us up as a defense, but I know it was turning us up as a team as well.
Alvin said he felt like a lot of guys wanted to see Derek have a game like that. Like, do you feel the same way, to see him have success like that, considering, some of the things he was just talking about?
Of course. That's QB1. And when you got a guy going out there and he's leading the team and he's going out there and making these plays and running backs are running the ball hard. And, when you got a quarterback and you know that every time the ball is going to be snapped, he's going to give us everything that he has, it helps us out as a defense, right? Like we know, just get the ball back to the quarterback, right? Get the ball back to the offense because they're going to go down and score. They're going to do something with it. So our mentality was 3rd down, let's get off the field. Like, let's get the ball back to those guys so they can keep scoring.
You got a chance to go up against this offense throughout the camp. What you saw today, kind of what you expected to see?
I did. I feel like I seen a little bit more. Them boys are running that ball today. In camp, it's a little bit different. We got shoulder pads on, we're thudding up. But to see guys run through tackles and get yak after they carry the ball was exciting to see. And you kind of look at the tape, receivers were blocking. We kind of we feel that as a corner. We feel that when the receivers are in practice. So exciting. Can't wait to see what they continue to do.
Tyron mentioned how hard it is when you're coming in and flying to go and get a sack like that. Did you feel real confident coming in when you were bearing?
I think after the first one I did. With Bryce, he's a slippery guy. He breaks a lot of tackles. That's something he really does well with. And so we had to understand that. And throughout practice, we worked on, breaking down to make sure he doesn't have a 2-way go and trying to take one away. But I was on a roll, man, and the D-line was pressuring too. So, the left side of the D-line, bringing pressure on the left side, there's only one way he can go. So it helped me out a lot to get the sack. And so, a lot of credit to the guys doing their job and, we just executing the play.
You spoke in training camp, forgive me, I can't remember the exact language, but about changing your mentality over the course of the offseason or something to that effect. How did that impact, how did that lead to your performance today?
I think, like I said, I kind of changed my mentality there before camp started. And so once I got into camp, it wasn't so much thinking about it anymore. Like, I had made my mind up. This is what it was going to be. I think, with the guys that are around me with Tyron, Marshawn, and Debo and having conversations off the field to, have that routine, coming into the season, it was just like stay in that level, like stay where you are, don't get too high, don't get too low, and just be an even kill guy. And so, like I said, it's just the first game though, right? You go to game 4 and you're having a bad day. Now it's what's going on. Week 1 he had a great game. Week 4 he's not. So I just want to make sure I stay consistent with the guys and my routine and what I do throughout the week.
And how do you manage sort of the excitement of a game like this versus the expectation of like what the rest of the season could be?
I think we just play team ball, man. Go out there one series at a time, one play at a time, and play New Orleans Saints defense. And I think if I do that and the team, we all do that, I feel like we'll get to where we're supposed to be.
Was blitzing like that, like maybe something you overlooked when they told you first you were going to the nickel? Like, is that something you thought, oh, I could blitz more now, or like, is it like, had you even thought about it?
No, I didn't really think about it too much. I mean, obviously I knew nickels get the blitz more than corners get the blitz, but I'm asking questions with the D-line, like, hey, how do I get off the edge here? Like, this dude is killing me, and so I'm still learning. I'm not an expert at it, and so I'm gonna take my wins and I'm gonna take my losses and learn from those, and like I said, more sacks to come.
Is there a go-to guy on the defensive line that you go to when it comes to quarterback depth, using your hands, just maintaining pressure on a consistent basis?
All of them. Chase, Carl, Breezy, Cam, all those boys, Shep. And they all help me. They don't look at me like, why are you talking to me about doing this? They actually break it down to me, and it was exciting. I felt weird doing it, but hey, everything that they taught me is actually helping me, and so it's good to learn.
Keep your foot in two. Keep your foot in two.
Sometimes, bro. Sometimes.
Is Will Harris consistently verbal like that, or was he particularly at
That's Will every day. I told Will on the field during practice, I was like, I got it, bro. Like you ain't got to tell me that many times. It's like, hey, I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna make sure we're on the same page. And you get into games like this and it's loud. It felt good getting that over communication, right? Like, Alontae, make sure you do this. Like I'm right here. Like, don't do this. Like, he's over communicating, and in practice it's kind of annoying. But then in the game, like today, and first game with him, so getting comfortable with him. So I won't tell him that anymore. I'm gonna tell him, hey, talk to me as much as you need to talk to me. And so.
As kind of one of the younger players on this roster, it seems like there's a really solid mix of veteran players, young players, kind of up-and-coming players. Is that helpful? Does it feel like there's a good balance of that, where a guy like Will, who's been around for a while, can give you that kind of verbal input when you need it?
Yeah, I think what I like the most is that our veteran guys are helping the younger guys. I mean, we don't have any vets in the room nowhere on the defense, not just the DB room, but to where they feel like they're too good to kind of help us, right? Like understanding that this is a business, right? So if you're making more plays, then maybe it's taking plays from me. We don't have anything like that in our room, and so I love the fact that I can go to a Marshawn, right? Like and he can help me, or Kool-Aid can go to a Marshawn, or Rico can go to Cam Jordan. We can ask questions, and the guys are going to help us out, because as a team, we're just trying to make it to the Super Bowl, and so these are the guys that are dressed out. These are the guys that could possibly get into the game. So we're just going to make sure we help each other and reach that goal.
So next gen stats had you at like 20.64 miles per hour on your sack, just slightly faster than Rashid. So are y'all like in a competition for who's the fastest?
Nah, we don't be competing. But she know I'm fast, and I know she fast. I know Chris fast. So who's fast, and we just. I mean, the goal isn't to play at 100 miles per hour throughout a game, right? And so whenever I can hit that speed, I will. But I'd rather not have to touch it if I don't have to. I didn't even see you standing over there, right? I didn't see you over there. Good. All right, appreciate you.
Great game.
All right, Rashid, all yours.